Hi, female settlers. Welcome to the Female Settler channel, your guide for education, financial, and career opportunities to integrate and thrive in Canada. Now, in our last video on landing that perfect job, we talked about steps to get you into the interview stage. Now, today we're going to focus more on after writing the application. So you've reviewed the job posting of your dream job, you've drafted your cover letter and resume and proofread it, and now you have someone to refer you for the job. What's next? Now, the next step is to submit your application. Now, make sure to submit either on the company's website or through the email stated in the job posting. Now, don't submit through LinkedIn's Easy Apply or Indeed's Easy Apply. You really don't want to take any chance on missing out on any crucial requirement, especially if they want the application in one document, which sometimes LinkedIn Easy Apply wouldn't indicate. Now, when I was hiring for a role in my previous position, I made a note in the job description that the application does require a cover letter and resume. Now, a lot of people who submitted applications to that position that I was looking for through LinkedIn did not submit a cover letter. Unfortunately, I did not consider those applicants because they did not submit a crucial element of the application, which again was the cover letter. So you want to make sure that you submit either through the email, you read the application thoroughly and prepare everything that they want for the application. Now, once you submit the application, you want to send a quick email to the hiring manager or the person you will be reporting to. Now, this is exactly why I do not consider any job postings where I have no idea who the hiring manager is. Now, this email is not for the hiring manager to respond to your email saying, oh, they received your application. It's not for that. In fact, they will most likely not respond. This email is really for them to remember your name. Now, the tweaking of the resume and the cover letter that I stated in the previous video is really to get through all those bureaucratic steps, the ATS system, any other person reading your application. It's really to get through those steps to the hiring manager. And this email is really to get noticed. Now, the email should be short and sweet, one paragraph, start with a quick salutation, hi, hello, dear, whatever the job is, depending on how formal or informal the job posting looked. Let them know that you applied for the specific position that you're applying for and how you look forward to speaking to them in an interview. Now, does this work? You tell me. Really, 8 out of 10 times that I did this, that I submitted this email, I got an interview. So now once you send that email and once you send the job application, just forget about the job and move on. I know it's your dream job. It's once in a lifetime opportunity sometimes. This is the thing that can get you started in Canada, but really this you can't control. And if you are waiting so long to hear back from somebody, just forget about it. Most companies do not respond to applicants who are not chosen for an interview. So I would suggest, even instead of waiting, what you can do is just move on from that application, archive that job application, and if you do get a call back, if you do get that email for an interview, then you move on to the next step. Now, if you get a call back or an email for an interview, congratulations, you are moving on to the next step in getting that dream opportunity. But this is really where the real game starts. How much to prepare, what to prepare, what should you wear? Is there a test that you need to do? How many interview processes are there going to be? Now, when you get to this step, I would really like you to take a more relaxed and calm approach here, because at this point of the application, there is very little that you can control. You should always dress professionally, whether it's a virtual or an in-person interview. When it does come to how much you can prepare for a job or what you need to prepare, I would generally say that you should prepare according to the technicality of the position. So for instance, if you're an engineer, there would probably be technical steps that you'd need to take. So you need to prepare in that format. And I could say the same for law, for medicine, for very technical positions and professional positions. Now, that approach might be different based on the company and also based on the type of role that you're doing as well. But if it's more general, preparing that interview phase and whatnot, you don't want to spend too much time going through behavioral or situational questions. There's thousands of them on the internet that you can go through, because the fact is that you can never fully prepare for the interview with all those questions. There's usually surprise questions that do tend to throw you off. I remember going into one interview and they asked me about theory of change. And at that point, now I know what theory of change is. At that point, I never knew what that meant. I was like, what the heck? I don't know what this is. And I sort of threw it back at them. I was like, I'm not really sure. What does it mean? But again, no amount of situational or behavioral question could prepare me to know the answer to that question. So what I would suggest you do, and my preferred approach, is really to research the company, research the department that you're going to be in, current things they're doing. They might have a news blog, or they might have an outlet on their website where they post about new things going on in their company. And also research how the job posting and the job position that you're looking at aligns with the department and the organizational goals. You should also look up trends in the industry that you're in, what is going on, and how can you speak on that, especially during your interview, when sometimes it tends to come off conversational. Now, focus on 5 stories that you can bring from your previous work experience and figure out how you can tie that into the job responsibilities. Now, as long as you have 5 stories and you can narrate them in a STAR approach, so a situation, this was the situation at the previous posting, at the previous job you were in, this was the task I was set up to do, this was the action that I took and not what we took, maybe you as a team, but what you took. And what was the result? Generally, the result has to be positive. Don't post any negative results. If you have negative results, do not use that story. Now, in terms of take-home assignments, how much time do you really spend on this that makes it worth your time? Now, this depends. Now, you see, you never really know the type of answers that companies are looking for, the hiring manager is looking for, except if it's purely objective. Now, something like 2 times 2 is always 4, So since you do not know what they're looking for, if it's subjective, do what you can within reason. Ask yourself, how much time can I spend on this task or this assignment that will not make me upset if I do not get the job or move on to the next stage? Now, if it's 3 hours that you can spend, that you will not get mad if you don't get this position, or if they reject you after this assignment, then dedicate no less than 3 hours. Believe me when I say you can only control your part. You cannot control how they will react to your assignment. So relinquish that control. Now, once you complete that stage, whether it's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd interview, 5th, 6th, or you complete that take-home assignment or 3 take-home assignments, pat yourself on the back. Congratulations to yourself and move on. You did an amazing job. You want to remember that the only really amazing dream job is the one you create for yourself. There are other amazing opportunities out there. Move on to the next one and complete that process again until you get that job and that compensation that you are looking for. Remember, the job is not yours until you sign that offer. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.